Hey, what's up? This is Todd Smith, and I am back with another video. In this video, I want to talk about what I feel the most important piece in your studio really is. Over the last few years, I've really realized your keyboard, your drum machine, whatever software you pick to choose, in this day and age, it's all really good. There is so many amazing budget options in software, hardware, that all sound amazing and that you would have killed for the price tag 10 years ago. We are absolutely spoiled with amazing sounding options. I really don't think you can go wrong whether you go hardware, software, analog, digital, whatever brand you choose. There is absolutely nothing holding you back from exploring creativity today. With all that being said, I think the most important part to have in any studio is a pair of monitors or speakers or headphones dedicated directly to music. When I started out, I made years of music on just general speakers. I didn't invest into anything specifically towards music. And in self-reflection, it makes me wonder how that hindered my experience during those years. Because as I just said, we really have all the options in the world for great sound at awesome price tags. But if you want to really hear what you bought in true form, you really need to invest in something that is dedicated purely for music in terms of audio. Nowadays, you don't even need to go deep on an interface. Modern interfaces that are consumer level sound great. Yes, you can always spend $1,000 plus on an interface and get that pro quality. I mean, but let's be real, the average person in their bedroom doesn't need that extra boost. Just a basic Focusrite and consumer level product, they sound more than good enough. But having that interface is definitely not enough. You definitely need to invest in some sort of monitor or headphone system that is dedicated to music. You don't need to dump a lot. You don't need to get the most expensive brands. Just like the audio interface, obviously you spend more on the bigger brands, you're gonna get a more pro experience. But again, let's face it, at the consumer level, the sound is getting so good that the average Joe working 9 to 5 who just does this as a side hobby doesn't need to drop that much of their personal earnings into super professional gear. And my main mistake in thinking at the very beginning, and what took me so many years to actually invest in monitors and seeing the difference in my experience, is I thought you only needed them that if you're gonna push forward out to other people in terms of music. But I quickly came to realize once I bought them that it doesn't just change the experience for the listener, it very much changes the experience for you as the person exploring, learning, and making the music. There were certain aspects of my tone and characteristics of my synths that just were not coming through on just generic headphones that you get, for just average consumer use, not within music production. I found myself enjoying the experience with my own synthesizers and realized I was missing out on a lot of the just tiny characteristics of the sound that don't make it through. And when you have something that's more flat, dedicated to music production, all these little things definitely jump out at you. And it really hit home because the last 6 months I kind of stepped away from using my monitors for a while. I'm moving around in the house, I was doing various things. The monitors got unplugged. I started using cheap headphones as just a temporary thing, exploring my Roland and Zencore and everything on a subpar audio system really made me miss out on a bunch of the great aspects of the sound. Now that the madness is all over and I plugged everything back in, I got my room organized, I got the monitors set back up, which I honestly should have done months ago. Little subtle movements in the filter mean a lot more on the monitors than when I was using them on generic headphones. A large percentage of the filter knob felt very lifeless or almost useless on normal headphones, and then when I brought it over to the monitors, actually a really, really detailed filter. And just a lot of the nuance of the filter and everything going on was getting lost in the generic headphones. So instantly hooking my monitors back into my setup made me enjoy the Roland gear that I purchased recently a lot more. And I guarantee the last 2 Roland jams that you heard probably have a lot better of a sound balance than if you go back like a month ago and picked out a Roland jam. So not only did hooking monitors back up into my setup make hopefully a better experience for you, it made a better experience for me in creating that music. Again, you don't need to go big. You don't need these big, massive monitors. I have HS08s. They are pretty big and beefy, honestly, bigger than I need. But just like everything else, you have such amazing options in terms of quality headphones, quality monitors at great prices today. And even if you haven't invested a lot, even if you have just all Korg Volca in budget gear, I really recommend, if you haven't, investing into some sort of headphone and monitor system. Because just like me, even if you never release your music to anybody else, it's going to make your experience with your gear a million times better. Well, that's my little tip of the day to the up and coming kind of newbies into the space. I definitely made the mistake with having mine unplugged too long. I'm sorry if you suffered through some bad audio through the last few months. I'll try my best to make up for it in the future. And as always, I would love to hear your opinions on this topic. Stay positive, stay creative, support each other, and peace.